How's it going, everybody? Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy New Year's for those that are tuning in for the first time. The city is holding its first Friday. Um, Great event if you're out. Make sure you enjoy downtown. I am counting down the minutes until it is 10 p.m. so I can go stuff my face, of course. Um, the late night show with Erasmo Castro, he should be on momentarily, but always it is a pleasure to be before you. I kind of was preparing for a show without Erasmo, um, but the show must go on nonetheless. How's everybody doing? I kind of set up a lineup of things that I would kind of like to talk about today, things that are happening around um, the World Wide Web, of course. Uh, but before you do so, if you're not on here, make sure you go to my page, Frankie Olivo, like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Don't watch on here. Go to Frankie Olivo. Oh, shh. Make sure he doesn't hear that. But Erasmo is live on about 8 social media platforms. If you're on Twitter, make sure you follow him on Twitter. I'm also streaming mine, so make sure you like and subscribe the page, of course. Um, Lots to talk about. Of course, today is January 6th, and who can forget a couple of years ago what happened? I think it's one of those, or at least my generation, where we could always remember what we were doing. It's always so vivid. I talk to people that would say, I remember when John F. K. during the 60s, during the time that he died, when Mike Tyson lost, when George Foreman lost, things throughout history, 9/11, things in history that what you were doing, how you felt, and it's so vivid, so raw, so real. I think we learned a lot from this whole 9/11, this January 6th experience at the national level. It was an embarrassment. We have seen coups before, but I think what this taught us was that this was kind of organized. This shouldn't have happened, of course, but it just shows you flaws. Whenever President Trump was leaving, he was conceding. Did you buy a rosca? Yes, I got a rosca. Um, I got two roscas actually. Uh, I thought that I was going to get the medium one, but I don't know. I think they saw me. I was a little bit overweight, and they said, "Nah, this guy isn't going to eat the normal one. He doesn't look normal." But I did pick up two, una de cajeta and another one of cream cheese. Um, it was good. I tried the cajeta one. I took it to my grandparents, but I think I didn't tell them the trick that I just found out that in those big roscas, there's more than one baby, and I put it down. Always cut it up first. So I was like, cut it, cut it. Then I get the baby. No. So then I ate it, and then I told mi abuelo, mi abuela, siguen ustedes, a ver si les toca. Um, I think it's February 2nd, February 22nd or February 2nd, where you do the tamales, whoever catches the baby, uh, whoever has the baby in the pan, the bread, uh, is in charge of tamales. But Rey de los Magos, a time to celebrate your religion. I like it more for the camaraderie. I took it to my grandparents, hung out with them for a bit. I think it was pretty cool. That was also another important day for many individuals. So also shouts out to Big E's. If you do get that baby, make sure you get the tamales from Big E's. There's some other places out there that have, if y'all know ladies that are going to be ready for dozens and dozens of tamales, make sure you post their information. Um, of course, people are going to go to Delia's. I got to go to Donna tomorrow. Maybe I can convince my friends to make a pit stop at Delia's. Delia's has some very good tamales. I personally like the tamales, the chicken and cheese tamales. Those always go hard for me. But January 6th, what is the normal tradition? Have some coffee, have the rosca, start making plans for whoever got the baby. Um, I like these times, these celebrations, things like that. I think it's always good. It's not good for our weight, of course, but the camaraderie, looking for your loved ones, and just hanging out, talking for a bit. I think is always fun. I'm on 2 pages right now. Um, so did you get the baby? No, Raimundo, I didn't. I didn't get the baby. Crossing my fingers. Um, but whoever is dishing out tamales, let me know. I'm always hungry. But going back to these January 6th, should have actually talked about um, the Rosca Day. But um, how do y'all feel about January 6th? I personally think that this is a time in our history where it's going to look bad, but I do think that both parties were affected by it. But nonetheless, um, here it was that I was thinking that I was going to talk about January 6th, and somebody asked me about a Rosca right away.
Oh, what? Let me say. Um, did you get the niño, the bebito?
No, no, I was careful whenever I cut it. I was like, I hope I don't get it.
Well, one of the things, and I was actually hearing you because I was actually crossing the bridge. One of the things that I think that a lot of that happens with a lot of us is, you're like, I don't want to get it, but I do want to get it. I do want to get it. I don't want to get it. I don't, but I do. You know, because no one really actually does the Candelaria thing. Where they actually do the tamales. Most people don't.
I would hound the person. I'd be like, hey, when are you gonna feed me? You owe me a dozen.
You would do that.
Yeah, but it was fun. I got a cajeta, was actually pretty good. Got it warm too.
Where'd you get it? After all,
Uh, on Alton Lore, some pure place. Supposed to be healthy or whatever. It
also
was good though.
yeah,
Yeah, let me tell you right now.
it was kind of trippy because I was supposed to stop by. I told you that I told that I was going to stop by Manny's on a Morningside Road,
Mhm.
but I didn't have a chance. I've been up and down, and again, thanks for starting the show off. And I had to go to Matamoros. This hermano that's gonna help us with the kids stuff tomorrow was coming in from Victoria, so nobody else was available in Matamoros to meet up and greet him. So I said, let me go real quick and then just come back. I just didn't know how bad the lines were back. And actually, the line wasn't that bad coming across from Matamoros. So, but the hermanos that were supposed to pick this guy up, they were out of town and didn't make it back on time.
Boo-hoo.
So I had to pick him up. And that's why I'm late.
There you
But I'm
go.
here. What's your background?
It's supposed to be like a coffee slash bar, coffee bar.
What are those places called? They're called I can't remember. I can't remember what they're called.
I think of like coffee bars. Like I was talking about Amsterdam. I think of like coffee bars and all those little like smoke bars and hookah bars. That's what I envisioned this kind of being, like a dim during the day, dark lounge.
Yeah, it's something or other. It looks pretty cool. Uh, it's just that me sacó fuera de onda. I didn't know if it was a bar or a coffee shop or if I actually thought it was Cheers for a little bit. But
I think that's the new thing. No, like people do mimosas now for brunch, and they do like coffee like with like shots, not like espressos, but like actual.
okay,
Like I tried during the Christmas break. I tried the moonshine horchata at the Rio Grande Distillery on PI, and then I tried uh regular horchata, the rum chata kind of, and I was like, damn, this is good. And I think people are drinking those drinks now, and they're going more for like coffee and flavored liqueur, I guess. I don't know.
Well, this morning, since you mentioned that, this morning I went to Curio 409. Have you been there?
Studio 409?
Yeah,
Studio or Curio?
Curio.
Oh no, is that another coffee shop?
Yeah, it's a Curio 409. It's at the Galleria.
Did you take
Uh,
pictures?
huh?
Did you take pictures?
Yeah, I posted it with Chelly on my page. And I went. It's here downtown. Um, they had one of those cocktail coffees, the one that you're talking about, and it was all right. I think this one is mixed with Juices by Trish. Have you heard of Juices by Trish?
I've seen the pictures.
Juices by Trish is a friend of mine, Trish, and Jerry Varela. That Trish Varela, they have this Juices by Trish. So it's a combination coffee, Juices by Trish, piquete type of drink that they have at this Curio 409. And it's at this gallery that's right here downtown. I don't know if you remember that they had the gallery here downtown. I think part of the problem is that there's no signage outside. You know, there's nothing that say, "Hey, there's a coffee shop here." It's just a historic building.
Is it next to Morning Glory?
No, 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 no. This is when you come down from the old bridge, and you know where that radio place, the Electronics, the radio place used to be. When you're coming from the old bridge and you're coming into downtown, Frankie.
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
where
Yes.
you know where that like car stereo place used to be at.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now
That's
that's
in the back. That's literally where the fence is at now.
yeah. Now
Catty corner.
that's where Trevino had his Gabriel had his artwork. Remember,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That wall.
right behind that, there's like a little studio.
Oh, but there's no action there.
There's
Is
no
there?
act- no, there isn't.
Yeah, there's no
And,
action there.
and besides that, you could never tell. So I don't know if they were thinking that they were going to get a lot of the kids that were at staying at the university inn, the one that's over there on Sam Pearl, the one that used to be
Danny's.
La Quinta, we're next to Danny's,
Yeah.
La Quinta. So I don't know if they thought that a lot of the kids that were going from school were going to like walk through there, but you still wouldn't know that there's a coffee shop there. And I mean, the coffee was good. They had a cookie there, like a banana, some cookie or something. That was amazing. Great, great. The coffee was okay, but they need a little bit more signage out there, a little bit more advertising, because literally there was some people that were like walking around, taking pictures of downtown, uh, and I said, those guys don't know that there's a coffee shop there. And the only reason
Yeah.
that I found out was because Kelly had seen it.
Yeah. The Rose House. What benefits the Rose House is that it starts on Washington.
Yeah.
So you kind of get it. It's smooth. And plus Washington is very busy compared to that area. And that area is just what Coles, always an oyster bar.
Oh yeah, the oyster bar is amazing. But the problem, again, part of the problem is the parking thing.
Hey, have you been to the First Friday?
Who?
Have you been to a First Friday?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go. I was gonna go today, but
It's today?
it was First Friday,
Well, again, my thing is, again, I just don't like crowds of people.
Now I'm contemplating of getting some tickets for Isla Frontera, my fat butt. Is it really worth it? Like, is it like food that's like, oh my god, like, or some como tacos, or some como hot dogs? It's like typical.
At Taste de la Frontera?
Yeah. Is it wow?
No, it's not good.
It's not wow.
No.
Mejor un Chinese buffet.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone that goes out there and sets up, but yeah, no, it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again, and I mean, what new restaurants do we have that would warrant a taste of La Frontera?
Hey,
Rome, do we go to
My microphone's better than yours, Roman.
I don't know about that, but hey, sorry. Oh, dude, where are you at in Osmo?
I'm at my office.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Why?
No, because it sounds like you went away or something. Like you were in the background. Are you in your car? I was thought you were in your car.
No,
Maybe I don't know. I thought the green screen went away. Maybe it's just my computer being stupid. Well, anyway,
maybe it's you being stupid.
You should have a
probably.
purple screen.
It's you.
Maybe I need a purple screen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but no, it's the Jimmy.
Oh, now I know why it looked weird. Because when I went on, I everything looks black, but now I know he changed the color scheme.
Frankie did.
Pinche Frankie. Because I was like, I think you gave me the wrong link again. Anyway, I interrupted. So
I think Frankie had said that he didn't want you on.
shocking.
Hey,
I mean, why? Why? Because we're gonna talk about we can't talk about the weather. Okay.
No,
Roman comes out, I'm not going on.
I'm gonna do it.
It's
Yeah,
either
all
me
right.
or Roman. Me or
Rob
Roman.
gonna be there. Screw that.
You sound like a Democrat, in Congress, hissing and booing throughout the last few days of the no speaker stuff.
Hey, do you think he's gonna get it, Roman, or no?
I think he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get it, and then Tony Gonzalez from the West Texas is gonna be stupid and vote against the rules because he doesn't. I don't want the rule. I don't like the rules that the conservatives came up with. Because Tony Gonzalez isn't real conservative; he's a moderate
Is this
liberal.
like the first time it's happened this long, right? Like
No,
no,
no, it's long. It happened longer. It's happened in the 1800s. It happened a number of times.
Yeah,
Eh,
I did it
like
for a month.
like more than 50.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like 160 something votes and for months without having a speaker.
So
One
is
of
that
them
why
happened. Yeah,
is
in
that why
eight.
your boy Vicente isn't sworn in?
Huh? I
Is
didn't
that why your
understand.
boy is that why your boy Vicente isn't sworn in?
No, I don't really care when we something gets sworn. I'm just excited that Myra Flores is not going to be working for the Texas Public Policy Foundation now. She's going to be the Juan Seguin chair, whatever that means.
She's doing what?
She's joining the Texas Public Policy Foundation, so she's going to be the chair, so the Juan Seguin chair. It's a think tank out of Austin and talks about Texas and Washington issues. You should look it up.
Is Chente's seat 2 or 4?
Two.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so she has to stay at it.
Yeah, but she won't run if the map is not winnable. If she can't win, there's no reason for her to run. She already did what she could do. She won in a special election. If it's not winnable in this kind of environment in 2020, she can't win that seat the way it's drawn. And the only real way to fix it would be to make 28 more Democrat, and then give some of the Republican parts of 28 into Monica, and then some of the Republican parts of Monica over into Myra to make it a little bit more winnable potentially. Or maybe Michael Cloud screwed up, who's the congressman from Corpus, and he voted against McCarthy, but he lives in Victoria. You can get part of Nueces County and bring it into 34 and maybe make it more winnable for a Republican. But Myra's not running. Myra's not going to run in the way that the makeup of the seat is. No, she won't do it. She's out of that.
I always wondered if Vicente would have lost, if he would have ran up against Monica.
No, I don't think so. Why would he? I mean, he'd be everybody like whiff of Loserville. I mean, if he lost to Myra, why would he run against Monica?
No. If he wouldn't have moved, if he would have stayed, and he would have.
Oh, would he have been Monica?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not the way that map was drawn for a Republican to win it, and Monica actually did overperform the number that they thought she could get. So that means that there was some sort of a red wave there, and either that or they were able to paint the curly hair chick Michelle Vallejo, who I think was hot. I think I can say that.
What was it? 60-40? It was pretty bad.
No,
right?
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I think Monica won by like 9 points. I think it was like 54-46 or something like that. But yeah,
Jerry,
I thought Michelle Vallejo was hot. Yeah, some people one of our mutual buddies. I'm not gonna say her name. He's like, yeah, you're crazy, dude. You're dumb. She's not hot. I think she's hot.
We are.
You don't
Oh,
think she was hot little bit?
yeah. Can you explain what's happening with the speaker? Uh, chaos.
Mm.
We got 20 individuals that want a little bit more power. Yeah, it's a game.
They
I
don't
mean,
want more power. They want to allow votes to happen on the floor. They want potentially term limits, and they want to be able to have an option and not just say do whatever the Speaker of the House wants. It's very different than what's going to happen in Texas House. The Texas House is going to be ruled by a Republican Speaker who's going to do whatever the heck he wants to do
more power.
for him. But
But
what?
they want more power. You just said that they want a little bit more leverage in regards to votes and speaking. It's more power.
Well, yeah, but that's like saying like, okay, it used to be that the representative, the Congress people had influence and power, could do things on the floor, and then certain in leadership would little by little erode that influence that they had and the ability to do that, and gave themselves power. So they're just taking back power, right? Not necessarily getting more power; they're just getting the power that they had previously lost.
Well, maybe, but I think
Maybe.
that they're requesting a little bit more meat on the bone.
Eh. Well, 14 of them came over, which is good. Chip Roy is the one basically leading them, which I like. Chip's awesome. I
But
ran into him at the state convention. He's kind
Rosca, no nalgas, Roman.
okay. Since we were talking about Myra earlier, she tweeted out a picture of a rosca with an orange peel, and I've never seen a rosca with an orange
Oh,
peel.
of course there is.
I've never seen it. Is it good?
Yeah,
I think I've seen. Yeah, I think I saw something.
it's amazing. It's candied orange peel. And
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. There's, I actually am a big fan of candied orange peel.
It's
There-
very good. I actually thought it was like a bell pepper, but my wife I was like, what is this? She goes, no, it's a candy. Try it. It was pretty good. It's very good.
Now I want some. Dang it! I've never had that. I have to wait a whole year.
I'm actually going to try and find some for you because let me tell you, there's nothing more.
Very
Uh, Actually, one of our friends, Frankie, Ashley, she makes them. Let me tell you, I'm addicted to those things. And I told her, I said, I don't know if she touched it, but Ashley, get me a big old bucket of that stuff. I'll pay for it. It's amazing,
Mm.
amazing stuff. Red Wave
Red
and
trickle.
non-existent nalgas de Roman.
Yeah, I guess.
No Red Wave.
Well, I mean, everybody like gerrymandering's wrong. Like Democrats do it too. We literally we have gerrymandering in the county, don't we, at Osmo? I mean, look, Andrew Infante should have been able to win the JP seat, but the Democrats added 3 precincts from Brownsville into it in order to make it for a Democrat. Because had the district remained the same, Andrew would have won by 1,000 votes. But because they added the 3 precincts, gerrymandered the 3 precincts into JP that race, he lost by 500 votes. So gerrymandering done by both parties. So I just want to make sure that, and it's done locally as well. I mean, look what's happening at the city. For whatever reason, I mean, the map that I saw looked like they're for District 1, they're adding in precinct 9, 11, and 62, but not all of it, just half of them into District 1, which is I guess the river part of downtown or whatever, into District 1. Which, why are they doing that? Like, is it a favor to somebody? Is somebody going to get benefit? Do they know somebody in that area that they want to run um, against North, or maybe North has somebody in mind that lives in that area? That's why they're putting it, because those precincts have never been in District 1. I don't believe.
The middies.
Mm-hmm. Yo no sé.
It's bringing part of their property or something like that. That's what I heard. Or the other thing that I heard was because they wanted their little house uh, to be in District 3 so that Commissioner de Los Santos can live in it. That's a rumor.
Mm. Yeah,
So,
but I'm
sorry?
no.
Old 77 is finally going to be repaired. Go Pedro Canas. I think 77 is this gate.
It's where the movies 10 is, no?
Huh?
It's where movies 10's at.
Yeah, but I think it's textile, isn't it? Even the old 77 is still textile. But with
And I
that,
don't. Is old 77 even District 4? I thought old 77 is that the part where Lowe's is at, and the little road, the 77 between the intersection of Central and 802 all the way to
the back of
Academy.
the back of Starbucks is that.
Yeah, that's not in, I don't believe that's in District 4. That's in District 3, isn't it?
I think it's District 3.
And
But
if so, if it is, why is Pedro fixing something in District 3? Shouldn't he be fixing something in District 4?
yeah, I think it's District. I need to check on it because District 4. I don't know exactly where it cuts in, but it's kind of an interesting. So why
Mm-hmm.
Vito come on this morning? Uh, that is a good question. I was actually waiting for Vero the virus. He should have.
He was scared of me being on. Okay,
Yeah, I would be scared. 20 GOPs are going to hold more power than the rest House Republicans. They will chair the most powerful committees.
not accurate.
Yeah, but they still want even more power. It's District 4. Oh, good job. It might be. But again, I think it's still a textile street because it used to be Highway 77, right? Before the expressway.
Mm-hmm. They may the state may have given it to the city in exchange for another piece of a state highway or a road that the state would then fix. I think they maybe they did something like that.
Let me tell you, that street is crappy as crap.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about the street like behind
Starbucks.
the Nissan thing. Yeah, Starbucks. Okay.
Uh, Frankie, have you driven on the street recently?
Sorry, what?
Have you driven on the street?
The 77?
Yeah.
I hardly go that way. It's been a while. And the
Cool.
last time was maybe when I went to I don't know Olivo.
Yeah.
That's been a while.
Because you take 802 exit and then go back and then go in through the back.
Yeah, yeah. You need new shocks every time you go in there.
I usually go into the back, but sometimes I'll go into the front. Just depends.
I don't think that's possible with you, but okay.
It's going to cost that 8 million to repair. Wow, I'm always on it with that.
Cool.
Well,
Well,
so today was Roman. Did you cut the rosca?
no, I didn't. Again, I'm quarantining. I'm sick. I take it seriously. I don't know. I don't know about COVID, but I don't want to give it to anybody else if I do have COVID.
Not COVID.
Mm,
Yeah,
I don't know. My friends that I've been on the phone with earlier today were like, "You sound different. You sound like I know. I have my cold voice."
yeah, you got COVID.
I guess I've been sick since before Christmas. Mm. Frankie, what's your background? You're
It's a coffee place. It's a coffee bar
from where?
from Red
Stop.
District, Amsterdam.
Oh, okay. I'm used to seeing the Seinfeld background. That's why.
Hey, is there anything else going on in the political world? You haven't talked about what's your take on Tom Bouchiak getting a retirement?
Ooh.
John Gruzniak, retirement. Yeah, I think it was evident from Mayor Mendez's post of the people's sentiment. That was one of the first times that I've seen people actually, question him and say you're thanking him for what and you can go yourself through the different comments and just read people's frustration. But it's Brownsville. Unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me. Uh, their reaction to this, their lack of uh, attention, in my opinion, is very telling. It seems, and I did speak with somebody regarding this issue, and he did say, there's a lot of theft going on. They inflate the invoices 14%, and they allocate money here and there. He's like, there's no secret why you've had upper management retire within the past few years. You mean to tell me people making $100, $200, $300,000 are quitting? $300,000 in Brownsville is multi-million dollars. So there's a reason for it. And the they painted the picture of it's as if he has a noose and they all have a noose around there. And they're just waiting for one to go. Because if one drops, the other one fall. And it's very telling because I think that's the sentiment because if it was Roman, if it was an Osmo who was accused of manipulating and lying to the citizens of Brownsville and taking their money for over 118, 182 with interest, whatever it is, and that person, they said, tell them to give us back our money with interest. He's like, that's over $200 million. He's like, the 118 is play money. He's like, the interest, that's where the money's at. So I honestly think there's something there. Uh, it's crazy how the mayor now has a conflict. Um, Galansky is fighting for her people. Roy and Pedro Cardenas, wherever Mr. Cardenas was that day, it just seems convoluted. It just seems like nothing's going to happen. Nobody has a cojones. Nobody wants to grab the bull by the horns. Everyone's saying, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. So right now, it's evident that the most powerful board in the city of Brownsville is the Public Utility Board. They dictate to the city and the residents of what's going to happen. It shouldn't be that way. It's apparent that people have put their people on these very important boards for many years, and they've milked it dry. I think that's what the audit report shows. With this Gruzniak, I think this was a nail in the coffin. And Roman, I compare this to the Watergate scandal in Wesco, the water plant that for millions of dollars they were going to build it, and what happened? It never came to fruition. I think we have that here in the city of Brownsville, but times 1,000. And it seems as if there's no end in sight.
Mm. Well, I think there was somebody would ask on one of the shows, can the state attorney general come in and investigate? And like I would assume so. Anybody can come in and investigate. Well, not anybody, but state can come in and feds can come in and investigate. And I hope that they do, for clarity's sake, not because I have any inside information or I know that anything wrong happened there. But based on the audit, which I believe was a forensic audit, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But based on that, it's very disconcerting to people. But at the end of the day, whatever that happens, whatever investigation happens there, I just hope that the people get their money back somehow. And the thing is that I don't even know, even if the people get their money back, all the interest that they lost on that potential money, the money that they're getting right now is not worth this, the same that it was 5-10 years ago because of inflation. But the people deserve a break. And I really hope that the people of Brownsville, regardless, again, what happened with PEB, that every single person that's on the commission, that if up for election or decides to run for a higher office, whether that's Jessica Tetro or John Cowan or anybody else, that they be voted out because they did not, oh, I'm sure they'll claim, well, we gave you some money back. We lowered your rate, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, but that was how many years after you've been in office and after all that stuff was going on when, you knew. I guess I assume you knew, maybe you didn't know. And if you didn't know, well, that's really bad. That this project was not going to actually happen or hadn't happened, that you should have given us the money. Because I think I remember, maybe I'm wrong, but 4 years ago when Ed Osmo used to have his shows over at the coffee place, a different coffee place than the background that Frankie has, they were like, well, we're going to investigate, right? Do you remember those little when you had the guy from Cagando Oro there and other people, and you'd have the little debates and forums and stuff at that coffee place, and they're like, oh, we're going to give you your money back. And then it took you like 4 years, and now we're going to get some of it back. It's ridiculous.
This person also mentioned that for that District 4 raise, that Judge Ben Neese, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Judge Ben Neese was trying to let us know, and he was talking about Tanasca and how it would affect the city. And those people, they said Judge Neese put out a flyer in the Herald, or he took out a paper, a 1-page ad or a 2-page ad, where he talked about tenacity. And that race, he started talking bad about it. So then they wanted him off. Before he was, I guess, the new candidate. And now we have Pedro Cardenas, who unfortunately wasn't present. But just a lot of things like that makes you wonder, like, Galonsky was PUB board chairman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
During that time as well. So it seems as if everyone has a conflict of interest and everyone's trying to protect one another, and it just, it seems as if everywhere you pick up, we find new, spider webs, and it's all interlocked. And look at the committees within the city, the planning and zoning. All those people are sharks. It's just, the money goes round and round.
Yeah, well, it boils down to voting the people that are there out. And that's the difficulty, because people will say, well, you're just being negative, or you just don't want, what, that the people that want to run against them are not the people that are there. And I'm like, well, no, I mean, they haven't done their job. And PUB is the number one issue. I know that Osmo doesn't necessarily agree with me on it, but it is the number one issue. It's the number one pocketbook issue. It is what has happened. And if you're not willing to change the leadership in the city of Brownsville after what has happened to you, then it's your fault, which is understandable why Osmo doesn't want to run again after this election.
After the first. And Frankie, is there any way y'all can increase your volume to Rowan's level? Oh crap! Again. Sorry.
Rookie.
It's not connected.
Yeah. And I was wondering, because I was watching this little thing on the computer, and I was going like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah.
And
What's up with your volume then? I thought your microphone was better than mine. And that's because I'm talking low. I'm not even yelling or anything.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I keep on pulling the cord out, so I was actually using. There, is that something better?
Oh, much better, dude.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to lower the volume.
Sorry, Maria. No, the problem was that it disconnected, and I was looking at the cable right now. I was going like, "What the hell? Why is that cable there?" Now I realize.
Stop taking it out. Just leave it in.
That's how I got my second child. But it's very, very true. One of the things that Frankie mentioned that really, really gets to me is if it had been any one of us, we've been really, really, really screwed without anything other than that audit. The other thing that bothers me, guys, is that we spent $170,000 on this audit, and all of a sudden, everyone on the city commission and everyone on the PUB board, they want to question the audit that they requested that cost us $170,000 to say that it's non-factual. I have an issue with that. Well, if you have facts that negate anything in regards to what's on the audit, why haven't you produced it? What's the part that's not factual? You know what I'm saying? If their stance is, well, there's things on the audit that are not factual. Well, what? Tell me. What is it? You can't just go, well, it's just being negative. Because, that's what you use for at Osmo. You just can't say, well, the audit is just negative. It's not factual. And we're not getting anything back. I don't care what anything. I had this discussion with Commissioner de las Chanclas while we had lunch sometime this week. I think it was Thursday. We had this discussion because he's adamantly saying that we're going to get money back. We're not getting anything back. Do y'all really believe that we're getting something back from this mess?
Whether we believe it or not is irrelevant. We should. I think it's
100%. But
yeah.
You think?
Well, I mean, we're gonna get. I don't think so. I doubt it. Not with this leadership, we're not. And I mean, Roy is claiming that. What? Well, okay. why did he claim you're going to get your money back, or how are we going to get our money back?
He claimed that we were going to start to see the $40 million back. It's not happening.
Like what? Because they're gonna decrease our rates or something? Is that how we're gonna get our money
No,
back?
we're
And they're gonna
going to get money back.
That's it. There's no way. Credit.
Impossible. I said,
so if they give it a credit, wouldn't be they're gonna inflate the price and then you got a credit. It's like when somebody says, "Oh, you're getting a real good deal," but with Black Friday, but it's really the same price you would have paid.
yeah, it's again, it's my analogy. A furniture store salesman, 75% off, when last week they increased it by 100%.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Furniture store salesmen. We don't need
Yeah.
no furniture
Or we're going out of business like every day.
every day for 6 years.
Yeah. Well, Fox News is claiming that they have a source that the speaker is going to be that McCarthy has the votes, but right now, McCarthy has 118 votes and Jeffrey has 107, and others has 3, and then
Like the
there's
number
one voting
217?
president. I don't know. I don't think they need 218. I think they only need 217 because of that person that voted present.
You have to have 218, Roman.
Yeah, no, but it depends. If people are not there, it lowers the number. You only need a majority of the people that are voting.
I think it's 218.
Well, no, I'm telling. Like earlier in the day, there were 3 people that were gone, that they were not there. 1 Democrat and 2 Republicans, and that were not there. He got to 214, and they said he only needed to get to 217 or 216 because when you added all the people that were there voting, the majority was 217. So depending on who's voting, that's what it is.
I don't know the way it works. HEB had some cajeta stuffed roscas with candied figs. Candied fig is the other fruit that they candy and they put on top of there.
Mm,
Candied fig is amazing.
yum yum.
Ramon,
De Leon. I don't know. Ayala. Just random last names.
and Frankie, and the bartender.
He's a barista.
Right, porfa?
He's a barista, right? That's what you call the people from coffee places?
Yeah.
Baristas.
Frankie knows.
Barista.
Frankie does a lot of the human being crap. You know, I've never been to Human Bean.
Pretty good. You're missing out.
Cuban bean?
Cuban.
Human.
Human. Okay, like una persona. Okay. Human being. What the hell is that?
A human being.
It's a coffee shop, Roman.
I don't drink coffee. So where's that at?
Roman is not a good promoter of local business.
No, I am. I just don't do coffee. We went over this when you wanted to like boycott McDonald's except for their coffee because they had great McDonald's, and I was like, I don't do coffee.
Guys, and someone, I'm not going to mention who, went out there and got a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit today. Not going to mention any names.
Frankie?
It was for Cornozone.
Guys, do not
Frankie?
boycott McDonald's. Do not, and I don't care how many attorneys she sends my way, do not eat at McDonald's. Boycott McDonald's.
Wait, she sent you an attorney?
Yeah.
For what?
For slander, defamation, libel.
Freedom of speech.
Because I hurt her feelings.
Wait, what did you do that was wrong? I honestly don't know. Or she claimed that you did it was wrong.
I said that she was out there supporting Buziak and Sandra Science.
So she wasn't?
She was.
Well, I don't know. You're the one who says she was.
She was. So Anna Quinn, make sure that your attorney contacts me sometime today. I don't care. Boycott